Hi, welcome back to Mozaik Productions. Again, my name is Earstin Sanders. Today I'm going to be showing you something very important. I'm going to give you a basic theory lesson, and then we'll move over to the keyboard today, and I'll show you what I have on the keyboard from the blackboard here, or whiteboard. Okay, first of all, we're going to talk about scales today. And if you saw the first video on the keyboards, we did learn our notes. You might want to revert back to that, and then you'll be able to see the notes on the keyboard as we go. So today we're going to talk about the major scale. We're going to talk about whole steps. We're going to talk about half steps, and we're going to talk about octaves. And this is very important. So at this time, you might want to pause the video and grab a pen and a pad so you can write this down, because this is the most important thing that you will learn in the beginning as you learn music. Okay, first thing we're going to tell you is we're going to actually work with the C scale, the C major scale. Okay, so an octave, I'm going to show you an octave first, which would be from C all the way to another C. That would be an octave. From any note all the way to the next note would be, to the same note, would be an octave. Okay, so and when you're doing scales, the formula to that would be root would be the first note that you play, whether it's C, C sharp, D, whatever you're playing. Root would be your first note. So you go from root to whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, and half step. That is the formula to putting together a scale, a major scale within any key on the keyboard. Now, the C major scale would be, as you see, the root, which would be C, and then you would go a whole step to D, then you will go another whole step to E, and then from E to F is a half step, and you will see that on the keyboard. And then we would go a whole step to G, whole step to A, whole step to B, and then we end up back on C, which there are 8 notes within the scale. Okay, now I'm going to actually show you on the keyboard. We're going to move over to the keyboard and I'll show you on there. Okay, so let me just turn here, and if you're a bass player, lead guitar player, whatever, you really need to get familiar with the keyboard as well, because this is going to help your ear training. Okay, so this is a C, and first of all, let me back up a little bit. You will notice that there are black keys and white keys. The white keys are natural keys, the black keys are sharps and flat, and you'll notice that they are grouped in groups of 2s and they're grouped in groups of 3s. Okay, so remember that. Okay, we're going to go to the C, because we're working on the C scale. C to C sharp, that is a half step. Okay, and from C to D is a whole step, and the reason being is because there is a note between the C and the D, and the note between would be the C sharp. Okay, so again, C to C sharp is a half step, C sharp to D is a half step, but C to D is a whole step. Okay, and D to D sharp is a half step, D sharp to E is a half step, but D to E is a whole step because there's a note in between. Okay, now notice if we go from E to F, that would be a half step because there isn't a note in between. Okay, and from F to F sharp is a half step, and F sharp to D is a half step. Okay, so the let me show you the C scale. Okay, C scale would be C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. So that is an octave from C to C. Okay? And again, let's go back. You have your root, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Okay? From B to C is a half step because there aren't any notes in between. So that is the formula to a major scale. So practice that and log on again next week, and I'm actually going to show you how to do a major and a minor chord. And once you learn the major and minor chord, then you can begin to learn different songs, and I'll show you how to pick out melodies. And then from that point, we're going to load some things up on YouTube, and also we are working on a advanced DVD for our advanced student. It's really going to be great. Kenny is working on that right now, so I'm actually sitting in for him today on the keyboard. So again, whether you're a bass player, lead guitar player, keyboardist, you need to know the keys. Okay? Alright, so that will do it for today, and we will see you next week. Alright, thank you.